What up, Kings? Hope you're well. In this video, I want to talk about how AI is helping to increase programmatic ad conversions, specifically getting websites to convert better.
Everyone's probably telling you that with AI taking over marketing, websites are becoming obsolete.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
But what if I told you the exact opposite is actually happening? What if websites are about to become the most powerful sales tool you've ever had, all thanks to AI? Really smart businesses are quietly adding these futuristic AI tools to their sites that are doubling their conversions overnight.
Please go and subscribe to Mr. Wes McDowell here. I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description of this video. This guy has really good content. He has practical strategies on how AI is changing everything, changing the game when it comes to websites, and much more content that he has. So please go support this guy.
If you jump on this in 2025, you're going to be way ahead of your competition. But if you wait too long, you're going to be playing catch up while they're booking clients without even trying. In this video, I'll show you the 4 game-changing AI features that will define the websites of the future and are already being implemented by forward-thinking businesses today, how these tools are creating a hands-off sales experience that modern clients actually prefer with the conversion rates to prove it, and I'll even show you exactly what you need to do this year to make sure your competition doesn't beat you to the punch.
So one of the biggest frustrations that I've had when I'm running programmatic campaigns has been, you could have the perfect audience, you could have the perfect strategy, you could have the perfect creative, but if the landing page or the website of the client sucks, your campaigns will never perform well at all. They will never convert. If anything, you will actually start to get the blame for why things are not converting or why the campaign is not performing well. I recall running a campaign for this credit union, and we had picked all the perfect audience segments. Our creative was okay, but when you looked at the landing page for this credit union, it sucked. It was horrible. Even I didn't want to sign up for that credit union offer. Whatever the credit union was offering, I don't want to sign up for it. And I was in the market for a credit union at the time. The sign-up process was clunky. And before I enter my personal information, I don't care if it's a credit union or some reputable bank or whatever, I'm not going to just give you my information like that. I need to ask a few questions first. What we ended up having to do is sit on this boring meeting with the marketing director of that credit union. I think we sat on 3 separate calls. But we're trying to figure out how to make their landing page better to convert. Because we had looked at every single step of that funnel, from the ad creative, the ad copy, to the audience segments that we had picked, to even how the campaign was set up in the DSP. And then the last step that we had to check was the landing page. If it's a bank or a credit union, they're very sensitive about getting access to even placing a conversion pixel on there. If your landing page or your website is not designed well, it does not matter how much money you pour into that campaign. You're just going to be losing money nonstop. And this is what's going to happen to a lot of companies that don't follow this guy's strategies. Because of AI, their competition is going to implement a lot of these strategies that this guy is talking about. And then the ones that don't implement these strategies, they're going to fail. They're just going to be spending, and they won't get conversions anywhere near what their competitors are getting. So let's say if their current conversion rate is 1% and their competitor's conversion rate is 5% because of AI, you will never beat the competition. It doesn't matter how much money you spend. So that means you have to spend 5 times as much to get the same amount of conversions. But hard times are here now. It means that we're now in the season where you have to deliver results. Because if you don't deliver results, you're going to get wiped out or you're going to get replaced by AI.
Websites are so powerful, we have to start with a simple truth about human behavior, especially when we're in buyer mode. Think about the last time that you walked into a store and a salesperson just immediately approached you.
Hey sir, how's it going?
I'm just looking.
We've all done it, even when we actually do need help. Here's the truth. So 75% of today's buyers actually prefer a completely sales-free experience. So what does that mean for your business?
This is weird, right? A lot of people want to buy, but they don't want to be sold to. This is something that I just had to learn the hard way. So make it easy for them to make a decision on their own and to say yes to the offer. without necessarily interacting with the human being like that. So by the time they're interacting with the human being, that should be the last step, I think. It's a very delicate balance. I've seen companies that use AI too much, which removes that human connection, and that's not good either. I'll give you a perfect example of a company that does it really well. Charles Schwab, and I use Charles Schwab for my banking. Love Charles Schwab. Really, really good bank. So let's say if I needed to alert them about my Visa card, because I travel a lot, so I need to tell them that I'm in a different country. Instead of me calling somebody, I just tell the AI chatbot to create a travel notice. And I don't have to talk to anybody. And then everything is resolved. But if I get a fraud alert, I actually get to talk to a real person. And I think if companies go ahead and do that, where they're investing in real customer service, where you get to talk to a real person to help you solve those problems, they'll win. So with Charles Schwab, I know I'm talking to a real person, not an AI. Because there's time for AI and there's time for no AI. When it comes to resolving a fraudulent, transaction on my card, I prefer to talk to Simon, who's probably based in Ohio somewhere. The reps at Charles Schwab, they got a great attitude, man. They even ask me how I'm doing. It's amazing. It makes me feel good. I'm like, oh, okay. You really care about how I'm feeling today? I've had a rough day, but because I'm talking to you, Simon, I'm having a better day. I appreciate that. Amazing. I love Charles Schwab. I think there's a delicate balance. That's a company that knows how to balance those two.
If your website isn't providing a way for customers to self-educate, explore their options, and even get pricing without talking to a human being, you're losing out. But here's the good news. AI can step in, transforming your basic website into the future of sales without that pushy salesperson that everybody wants to avoid. Have you ever had a question when you're checking out a business online, but you didn't really want to pick up the phone or wait days for an email response? Most of us would rather just find a different website.
So with this one, he's talking about chatbots because I don't want to play the entire video, but I'll link the video in the description of this video. Please go watch it. Please go subscribe to it. You will learn something. So in this section here, I won't play the whole thing. He's talking about using chatbots to go back and forth with the potential customer. In the case of my bank, Charles Schwab, they have an AI to create my travel notice. Same thing.
By the end of 2025, we're likely to see the widespread adoption of AI video chat assistant.
I love video chat assistants, and you can even clone yourself if you want to. So let's say you're an owner of a specific service business. You can clone your likeness, create an AI avatar that will become a chat assistant. Isn't that amazing? So it'll be as if the potential customer is talking to you, but not really, because you've cloned yourself. I love that. I'm going to have to do that for my entire business too. I'm going to have to clone myself for sure.
Or if they'd rather, they can just type their questions while your AI responds verbally, giving them the exact level of interaction that they're comfortable with. One of the biggest roadblocks to converting website visitors into clients is price uncertainty. So people want to know, how much is this going to cost me? But most websites make visitors jump through all kinds of hoops, like filling out a form or even having to call to get that information. People don't want to do that. That's why the websites of the future are going to all feature AI-powered pricing estimators. So
I have to agree with this one. So in this section, he's talking about, something that we absolutely do. I don't have time to be entering my information and then waiting a couple of days to know how much something is going to cost. I just want to know how much is this going to cost so I can keep it pushing. With AI, you can create like a pricing estimator so that if I need to build a pool, that's the example I believe that he used in this video. I want to build a pool. I just want to know a rough idea how much it's going to cost me so that I know, okay, how much crypto do I need to sell so I can get that pool built for my kids. I like that strategy, and a lot of service businesses, we're talking about HVAC businesses, plumbing, electrician, a lot of these businesses, they could use such strategies.
how many potential clients and hours of your time have you lost because of the back and forth email tag trying to set up a meeting? Are you free Tuesday at 2? No, how about Wednesday at 4? I have a conflict then. What about Friday morning? It's frustrating for everyone, and that kind of friction a lot of times just ends with no meeting happening at all. And you can already use scheduling tools like Calendly to work around this, but the websites of the future are going to go way beyond those. So these new AI scheduling assistants.
Yo, I use Calendly, and I'm about to jump on this AI scheduling assistant. Now, I wonder if Calendly, my favorite by the way, I've been using Calendly for a long time, big fan. I wonder if Calendly is going to jump onto this AI scheduling assistant strategy. I think they're going to jump onto this. And if they do jump onto this strategy of creating an assistant, I'm using it. So that's going to make my job even better. It'll just be an assistant where if somebody reaches out, asks a question, this assistant will automatically send them my scheduling link. I love that. Currently, I'm having to manually email it myself. I don't want to do that no more. I want to take a nap. I want to relax. Probably play with my kids or whatever.
A lead magnet just gets people on your email list so that you can stay in touch until they're ready to become clients. But here's the thing, those old school freebies like PDF guides and newsletter signups, they aren't working as well anymore because people are way pickier about sharing their email these days because they know they can just find basic information anywhere, right? What they really want is personalized one-on-one guidance. But there's only one of you. Until now. AI actually gives you the perfect way to scale personalization through custom GPTs that you offer as lead magnets.
I like the strategy, custom GPTs as lead magnets. I like it. But personally, what I've seen work even better, especially when it comes to high ticket items, is to have a real human being. When everybody else is going 100% AI, there's a market for that human connection. Because the people that have real money, they're not going to convert just because a custom GPT says, buy this. They're not. They want to talk to a real human being, connect with a real human being. Because we're in the season now where people are lonelier than ever and people are craving human connection again. Human connection is more at a premium now than ever before. There's certain things that I'm having to implement in my business where in order to get to me, you're going to have to pay. I'm going to have to put a paywall because my time is money. A lot of experts out there also understand what I understand. For example, the person that does my Google advertising, he would charge you $400 for a 1 hour strategy session. So I'm paying that $400 for that 1 hour strategy session. For him to tell me what is wrong with my Google ads and how to make things better, because that's going to save me a lot of money. That $400 is probably going to save me $4,000. So why not spend that $400? I hope you guys got some value from this video. Like I said, please go and support this guy. He's got some really helpful tips. At least if you implement like 2 or 3 of these strategies, you'll beat the competition when it comes to conversions. If you're ready to work with the best, this means you get to work with a team that uses AI as the operating system. Let's talk about how to activate your programmatic campaigns and get those conversions way up. Because times are hard now. Results matter more than anything. And you need to get those conversions. Schedule time. I'll put a link. Talk to you soon.